What's going on, guys? I'm the real Jussie of the Distorted Theorist, and welcome to episode 2 of Real Talk. Today, we'll be discussing a video game that was visually stunning but highly controversial on the internet, Biomutant. It's a game that was released on the PS4. Personally, I played it on the PS5. I bought the digital version, so I don't have anything to show you guys today, but I do want to talk about it because it was hard for me to make a decision if I wanted to play this game or not wanted to play this game, and I imagine there's others out there just like yourself who may be wondering the same thing and wondering, is this game right for you? Basically, when the game came out, to me, I watched some of the trailers, I seen some of the gameplay, I was like, this looks amazing. The world looks stunning, the graphics look decent, some of the Wung Fu or Kung Fu with the speech bubbles and stuff threw me off a little bit because it's not something I'm accustomed to. But I was like, you know what, I want to give this a chance. But as I would go over to the internet and I would check all the comments and check the reviews and check the gameplay footage, people would be like, this game is terrible, do not play this game, it is annoying. And I was like, but how though? You know what I'm saying? So I said, you know what? I gotta give this game a chance. So I did. I just finished it today. Not sure when the today is during the recording, but I just finished it, coming off the heels of the big completion. And you know what? I'm here to give you the real talk to help you make a decision if you think it's right for you or not. Starting with the good things, as I've already mentioned, the graphics are absolutely stunning. You get thrown into this huge post-apocalyptic world, and it's just expansive. It's open world, so you can go wherever you want after you get past the first, obviously, initial stages. But from there, it lets you do your thing. This is probably the most customizable game I've ever played in my life. You make everything from your weapons to your armor to your healing factors. You can not only design your own armor, but then you can add stuff to it, such as spikes or shoulder plates or hats or masks, whatever you want. And each component contributes to your armor, to your defense, to your health, everything. Which I really like because it almost made you feel like every playthrough would be different and your game is unique to you and not your buddy who also bought the game. So that was pretty neat. Even from the very beginning, you get full customizable character creation. Therefore, you pick your Biomutant character, and you can design its fur, its height, weight, everything. You get a little scale. You use the Joy-Cons to move around, and it kind of builds your character for you. Then, of course, you get to layer it with fur. You can do 2 colors of the fur, the main color and the accent color, which is really cool. And then in the end, you pick your classes, which I also thought was really sick. You can choose from like a one-handed sword slasher. You can choose a saboteur. You can choose a Psylocke. So basically, whichever style you like to play, this game will let you do it. Me personally, I took the Saboteur because you get to use 2-handed melee weapons, and I thought that was sick, and I enjoyed it thoroughly playing through this game. Once you get into the game, like I said, the world is very expansive. It'll let you see things from great heights. You can see it's kind of like got a Breath of the Wild feel to it in that direction. And the graphics aren't bad. The game was created by Experiment 101, which, don't quote me on this, but they're a new, I guess, game designer trying to break into the world. And if this game is any indication of what they have coming in the future, I guarantee you they have big success ahead. Now let's talk about some of the faults. Like I said, the reviews were very negative, but I gave the game a chance, so I wanted to know what this negative comment, was it just a critique thing? Was it the critics, really dogging it? Was it just, internet trolling it, giving it a bad review? What was the factors? So the first thing that I noticed, and the internet also shed some light on this, is the narrator. Throughout the game, you have a narrator with you at all times who basically, you don't really talk. If you converse with NPCs or non-playable characters, he kind of interprets what they're saying because they have their own language. Again, you're in a post-apocalyptic world full of animals. What do you expect? But he also talks when you're playing the game as well. Like, you should go over there. Like, I'm like, not too fussy. And it was a lot. Like, he talks to you a lot. And that wasn't really cool. I could have done without that. However, good news for you new players is apparently, and I think this was already done when I started playing it. Again, don't quote me on that. You can change the narrator settings to more frequent or less frequent in the settings right off the hop. So if you're not accustomed or don't like those narrator things, you can definitely turn them down and save yourself the grief, which is what I did towards the middle of the game when I found out you could do it. The other thing is the world is very much copy, paste. where on one leg it stands super original, the other leg is basically taking all the original things and copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Unfortunately, you go into a lot of these villages that are all over the world, and all the houses are almost the same. If you find a chest 2 lefts into this house in this village, well, when you find that building in the next village, you take 2 lefts, there's a chest there again. You know, and they probably could have embellished a little more on that. While in some aspects of the world, they have like, you know, like a canyon section, you have your ice sections and your fire section and your big forest, and you have, of course, you have your fields and your valleys. They could have incorporated that more into the villages and stuff, but I'm not sure if it was a financial thing. Maybe they had some budget issues. Not really sure. Either way, that kind of fell flat as well. Speaking of finding treasure chests, you get more loot in this game than I have ever seen in any game, and it's a double-edged sword. It's great and it's bad. And here's where it could have gotten better. You find a lot of treasure chests. You get a lot of healing. You get a lot of upgradable components such as ice bullets or fire bullets or bio bullets, etc. But you also get a lot of clothing, like I said, for the customization: hats, jeans, jackets, suits, backpacks. It's really overkill. Now, while some of them I enjoyed, some of them were absolutely useless when you got about halfway through the game because you already had better armor, better suits that you didn't want to throw on a t-shirt when you're already wearing metal jacket armor. Didn't really make sense. Also, every time you open a chest, it shows you everything you get. And I really felt like with the amount of things you can get, they should have just only had the big, you get this big animation like, oh, you found, you know, an orange hat, or you found a metal jacket coat. But if I already owned that metal jacket coat, why do you need to embellish on it again every time I pick it up, which was probably 10 times in the run of the game? You know, you could have just had like, show me the new item so I can kind of go look in my inventory and be like, nah, I don't want that. Or yeah, I do want that, right? You can customize your weapons in full, starting with, you have melee weapons, like I said. You can customize the handles, put a head on them. You can put add-ons such as chainsaws, stop signs, everything. It's really cool in that way, and that is some of the good things that made me want to play this game. You do get every character does get a gunned weapon. You can eventually download when you get like level up and you get your points to, you know, graft your character more further. You can get dual wield. You can customize all your guns from the handle to the stock to the barrel to the chambers to the scope to the ammunition. Really cool in that way, but you get a lot, and like I said, they could have toned down some of the animations when you already owned one of those components. I didn't really feel it necessary. As for the gameplay itself, if you love hack and slash games, you love looting, you love just ripping to pieces all your enemies with your guns and your melee weapons, this game is 100% for you, because it is crazy. You're always fighting, you're always running into battles, there's different creatures you're fighting. Sometimes get stagnant because some of the creatures that you find in the desert area are also the exact same looking that you find in a water area, which I found weird. They could have, like I said, invested a little bit and had more aquatic animals here and more desert areas over animals over there. I'm not sure why they did that. There's a lot of key NPCs in here with all different names. By the way, the names in this game are crazy. I don't know where they came. There's Gloop Glop and Glip Glap and Knick Knack. I don't know why they did that. But you know what? It makes the game, it makes it very kind of animated comic book kind of feel. And you're like a kung fu warrior just taking down enemies. But anyway, guys, in the end, this is my real talk. So, the ultimate question. Do you go out and get yourself Biomutant? Here's my answer. I bought this game when it went on sale. It was 50% off on the PlayStation Network store. And I am happy I did. Would I pay full price for this game? If I had, would I have been disappointed? Maybe a little slighted, not gonna lie. But knowing what I know now, I'm telling you guys, I probably wouldn't pay full price for it. I'm not sure if it's worth it, a $79.99 game here in Canada anyway. I would wait till you get on sale, PlayStation Network, or hey, if you see one selling online, or maybe you see a pre-owned one in one of your local game stores, check it out that way. But I guarantee you will have fun playing this game. You have multiple endings you can check out. Some are lackluster, some are cool. You can choose your own destiny, good, evil. The choice is up to you, and every playthrough, I guarantee you, will be different, and you can come to a different result. I enjoyed it fully, don't get me wrong, but I'm glad I paid what I paid, and I wouldn't want anyone else to go get stiffed out of 80 bucks when really, in my opinion, sorry Experiment 101, this is more like a $40 game. However, like I said, looking into the future of this company, looking into the future if Biomutant has a sequel or something like that, will I pick it up? Absolutely, definitely, because I did enjoy the game. I had 3 days of gameplay in it, like literally, so, 78 hours, which is pretty, or 72 hours, sorry, which is really good. So the money I spent felt invested, and I like that. So there you have it, guys. That's my real talk on Biomutant. I'm the real Justy of the Distorted Theorist. Thanks for coming in for episode 2, and like we always say around here, keep it real.